Stand by to launch FanStream Sports.
3, 2, 1.
Let's start.
Hello, sports fans. Welcome to FanStream Sports.
Hello, everybody. Welcome into another edition of From the Rough, America's favorite golf podcast right here on FanStream Sports. It is a Wednesday, which means it is Preview Wednesday here on From the Rough. I'm IndyCarTim. That is Johnny the Gerbman Gerber, PGA of America member Johnny Gerber.
Well, Diaz to you. What's going on? What's going on in Dallas? How about that? It was 72 degrees here in Columbus, Ohio. I played a little golf with I played a little golf and did a little negotiation with an old new segment potentially coming back. Where's Mills?
You know, you've been saying that for a year that we're going to bring back Where's Mills.
I narrowed him down. I told him we're going to be doing 3 days a week now. And I said, if you can't commit to at least one of these shows, then we won't be friends anymore. We just won't.
I'm real
and he
sure
started,
that came out of your mouth.
Yeah, no, it did. No, he needs more money. Or he needs more booze. He needs more booze. So,
I don't blame him.
You know, when I come back from Texas and I come back to Ohio, I always bring him cases of 805.
Mm-hmm.
I said, is this not payment enough? I mean, what else do I have to do?
You're right.
So, you know, certainly he's like a monkey that he gets paid in either food or booze or peanuts or whatever it is. So I got to find that right mix to get him back. But he certainly didn't say no.
Well, if we can't afford him, I mean, it might be cheaper just to we can start a new segment called Where's John Daly? He might come cheaper than Mills.
He might. I think so.
Throw him some Miller Lite and some Marlboros. We'll probably be happy.
I don't know, man. Those Miller Lights, he can drink 100 of them. Those get expensive.
I know. I tried that once.
100?
I tried.
Yeah. How far did you get?
I got to 37 one time.
37 Miller Lights?
I got to 37 cans of Miller Lite one time. I did.
I've seen Jeb
me and Big Red together put away 60.
I've seen Jeb drink 36 in a football game.
Jesus.
That's fact.
It's impressive. For all you kids out there, don't do like us.
Yeah, you don't do like these larrikins for sure.
This is a larrikin.
Look it up. Google larrikin. Google larrikin. You'll know.
How do you spell larrikin? Larakin. Larrikin. A boisterous, often badly behaved young man. I've never heard that word in my life.
Well, so you learn some. So everyone out there listening, you learn something every day on this show. Every time we're on. Now you've learned something what a larrikin is.
It is your From the Rough podcast word of the week. Larrikin.
Yep.
Don't be a larrikin.
Dictionary.
That's just a dumb word.
Yeah. No, I think it's pretty cool.
It must be an Ohio word. We got to think of a better
word.
No,
it's actually a Florida word, but they just don't know how to spell it in Florida.
They can't spell a lot of things in Florida.
No,
they can spell Valspar though. We'll talk about that next week.
Yeah,
that's
one of the most underrated tournaments on the PGA Tour for sure.
Have it on strong sources that Tiger might play Valspar.
Well, if you're listening to JP and he's saying that, he's just trying to pump up his ratings, which I'm cool with that.
Valspar. You never know, because he's not playing this week. He's got to do something before Augusta.
He will play one of the Texas events, either San Antonio or Houston, before he would play Valspar.
He's not coming to Texas. Nobody in Texas likes him.
He loves Texas.
Well, he likes Texas.
Why do you say no one in Texas likes him?
Because of what he did to his ex-wife. She was too pretty to do that too.
She's from Sweden.
We don't take too kindly to you messing with Swedes here in Texas, yo.
Oh, that's why. Yeah, Texas have men and have 30 wives, so that's fine. I think you're good. You're good.
Yeah, but not at the same time.
Well, that's true. That is true. He didn't have two wives at the same time. He just had girlfriends.
See, just spread the cheer, Tiger. That's all I'm saying. How do we get on Tiger Woods on Players Week?
Tiger's not playing Valspar. I wish he would.
Well, you could at least build up the momentum here for us before you smash it.
Well, I just don't want to be unrealistic to our viewers, and we keep it 100 here. We're 100% honest on this show, so I'm not gonna blow up people. Yes, we are. This is a family friendly show.
It's making me giggle a little bit. So, what's more likely, Tiger playing in Valspar or me playing in Valspar?
You.
All right, well, put your money on me to finish in the top 10 then, because that's probably the easiest course on the tour.
The top 10 of being able to walk the golf course, or just like to?
I don't even know if I can do that.
It's actually the golf course is brutally difficult.
No, I know.
It's hard, and I love it. It's your type of place because like 7 under par wins because it's so tough.
I know, and I love it.
And if it's any type of windy at all, it's brutal, man. It's brutal.
Love it. All right, well, we're not previewing the Valspar yet.
No,
everybody's got to tune in next Wednesday for that. But we have the 2024 Players Championship for you this week, starting tomorrow on Thursday. It seems like the tour's full steam ahead right now. Got majors approaching. We've got players that are finding their groove. Scotty Scheffler's coming off of a win. Rory McIlroy looks like JT did last year at this point of the season. He's not playing very well. But there is a tremendous field coming into TPC Sawgrass for really what should be. I don't know why they keep saying this, but they don't just do it. The fifth major. Let's just make it the fifth major.
Because it's not, though.
It's got a bigger purse than any of the other 4 majors.
But that doesn't make it a major.
No, I know, but it should be.
No, I don't. No, certainly not. I mean, it has its own identity for sure, and that's what the great part is about it. Major champion, it's an easier field to get in this than it is into any of the other majors. It is. It's an easier field to get in, especially this year. It's the weakest field that they've had in 25 years. And it's the 50th anniversary. It's the weakest field just because of all the deflections from Live Golf.
Oh, because of Live.
Yeah. And you could be a PGA Tour member, and that's what it is for. It's not definitively. It's the easiest tournament to get in. It's not a major. It's not a major, and I'm cool with it. I like the separation of it, of having its own identity. I do. I certainly love it.
Well, you already know that I don't want a 5th major. I want it to be the 4th major.
Yeah, because you don't consider the Open champion, the British Open, a major. And
it shouldn't be. It shouldn't be a major.
And that's okay. They don't like you over there anyway, so we're cool with that. We're cool with that. We're cool.
I don't trust anybody that drinks their beer room temperature. I'm just telling you that right now.
Or that eats beans and toast for breakfast.
Oh, I can do that. I don't have a problem with that, but I Americanized it. I put hot sauce on my beans and toast.
All right. But to be honest with you, most of your beer is warm anyways because you don't drink it fast enough and it gets warm. So it's fine.
Oh, not my beers, sir.
It's fine.
My beers never get warm. I can drink my beers. That's on my way. You know what? All right, next time you're in town, we're doing it. I'm going for 50. Going for 50 straight.
Please don't, because you know who's going to have to be the babysitter? Me.
No, because you're going to be a fifth of vodka in.
No.
And you won't even know I'm there.
Well, thank you. I appreciate
Maybe we can rent out tailgaters and they'll just let us do it there and we'll have staff there for us and Ubers.
I know what happens when Drunk Tim comes on. You make weird noises and you think every woman in the bar wants to have your 80th kid, and it's just how it works. I know how it works.
Nobody wants my kids. I don't even want my kids. Anybody want a kid?
Take that back. There, you got good kids.
I don't want them right now.
Surprisingly enough, you have good kids.
I do have good kids. I don't know how that happened, though, to be quite honest with you. I don't care. It doesn't matter. So you said it was one of the weakest fields because of that other entity over there that we usually choose not to say. But Scotty Scheffler. I almost said it myself.
Scotty Scheffler.
Yeah. Scotty Scheffler is your defending Players Champion. He's got plenty of momentum after his win at the API last week. His first win in 51 weeks. Justin Thomas will be here, the 21 winner. He's been playing pretty good golf. Rory McIlroy will be here. He is not playing very good golf right now. He's got to find something out on his game before Augusta, right? Like, he's got to be sweating something right now.
Yeah, I mean, just he's trying to play a lot of golf, right? I think he's going to get through this stretch, take a little bit of time off. I just don't like his two-way misses. That's we talk about this all the time. That is the kiss of death for tour players, a two-way
Right.
miss. And I think he's making enough birdies. I do, and we talk about this all the time with Rory. If he's in somewhat contention and he gets off to a bad start in the fourth round, he nails it in. He just does, and we'll see with Rory. I don't think it's the greatest golf course in the world for Rory. I just don't. And even with Scotty Scheffler, there's never been a back-to-back winner of the Players' Championship. As well as he's played, there's never been a back-to-back winner in this 50-year anniversary. But you also got to look at this golf course and this golf tournament. It doesn't favor anyone. It really doesn't. It doesn't favor the long hitters or the short hitters, or it favors who is playing well. And you will get exposed really quick out here at TPC Sawgrass if you're not playing well.
Right, and it's one of the reasons I and you know what, there's fans of the stadium course. There's fans that aren't people that aren't fans of the stadium course. I think it's great. I just think it's great from a TV standpoint.
Yeah.
I just think it's great, and I haven't been there in person, but when you've got viewpoints like that from all over the course, you can just move around and watch whatever you want. I just think that's amazing from a spectator standpoint to have something like that without having to put the bleachers up and the stands up everywhere, right?
Yeah, it is certainly the easiest place to watch golf. Like, and you made a great point. The stands are not going up because of the atmosphere, or how the golf course is structured in an amphitheater type scenario, and so many holes that around the greens are built up. That's great. It's a lot less work for the PGA Tour setup, and it's certainly a better fan friendly experience. And with the drama going into the last three holes, boy, it certainly sets up for finishes that we've seen for 50 years. I mean, like I said, the who's who of this golf tournament, who's won, is all across the board. It is. Yeah. I mean, from a Fred Funk that was the shortest hitter on the PGA Tour, again, also a Calvin Peete, never hit it at, he couldn't hit it, out of his shadow, to the longest players. Now, it does eliminate some of the longer players that they have to be more strategic, and it takes driver out of their hands a little bit. Yeah. That's why I'm not really keen on Rory, because that's his, that's his superpower, man, and it's taking it away from him. So it's a lot more strategic, and it's like I said, ball striking is essential here, and you're going to see it this week. Now, weather can play a factor. This time of year in Jacksonville can get cold. It can certainly get windy, and I'm all about them. I think they made a huge mistake when they moved it to May. Because the golf course played completely different. Now, when you move it back to March, you complete that you still have that Florida swing, but the grasses are different because you have overseed there, and the golf course plays completely different. It doesn't play as fast, it doesn't play as firm, but that's what this golf course is meant to do. Right.
And then the situation with Tiger, he hasn't committed to playing here. We haven't seen him since, of course, the Genesis, right? When he had to withdrawing due to illness, supposedly not injury, as we saw him throwing up off of the golf cart that was taking him to the clubhouse a couple of times. If you had the right angle, they showed it. So obviously we know he doesn't play a full schedule, and he doesn't want to, doesn't have to, but taking all of that time off, and you say you think he'll play here in Texas, but why wouldn't he, unless he's still hurting or unless he's still sick with whatever the undisclosed illness was that he supposedly had? Not that I'm trying to start rumors or, conspiracy here, but why wouldn't he be playing here or at Valspar before to get a good tune-up? Because if anybody needs a tune-up, it's going to be him from his lack of playing time before Augusta in April.
Well, you got to look at where this week is at TPC and next week at Valspar. They're completely different golf courses than Augusta. Like they're like polar opposites. The grasses are different. So maybe, is he trying to rest to be able to get that hard walk at Augusta, because it's the hardest walk on the PGA Tour next to the Tournament of Champions in Hawaii. So maybe he's still resting. I certainly think he needs, my personal opinion, I think he needs some reps before. Does he play? Does he play Houston or San Antonio? I think that's they're not nearly as hilly, but you're kind of playing on similar types of grasses. You got some undulation and chipping around the greens. There's no substitute for chipping around the greens at Augusta because it's the hardest, but maybe just to get some reps in, who knows? And maybe he wants to support a tournament that he hasn't played in a long time. But I certainly don't think there's value for him to play Valspar, then take another 2 weeks off, right? What's that going to do for him in terms of preparation? I think he needs reps. I think he needs to get some reps before, see how he feels to go in Augusta. So maybe look at the week before Augusta. I think that is San Antonio. To get some reps in and maybe support a tournament that really he hasn't been or ever been in a long time.
Yeah, you would just think, and I mean, there's no question he's out playing. It's not like he's just not lifting a golf club or anything, but
but there's no substitute for competition. There's not. It doesn't
in any sport, right? In any sport, but I would think especially competitive golf. He would want to get something in with the guys before that. So on the schedule after Valspar, you were kind of questioning what was coming up next. Houston is immediately after Valspar. The Texas Children's Open. Yeah, I mean, it just seems like he would do something, right? But again, I would like to know more about the illness and how his injury is, and what kind of physically how he is.
We talked about that last week. He did play in the Seminole Pro-Am, so he did get but I think he was in a buggy, right? I think he was able to take a cart, but I certainly think for him to go in cold to Augusta and not hitting some competitive shots, I certainly think it's going to hurt him. Now, does he need to do that because he needs a rest? But if you're not, you've had 6 weeks off, right? If you're not healed and rested by then maybe you just shouldn't play Augusta.
Yeah, or ever again.
Yeah, I mean, certainly. So, like I said, I don't think he's going to play Valspar because I don't see why. Because then you're still going to take a couple of weeks off before you go to Augusta, or you just don't play anything. Like I said, I think he might play San Antonio. Is there any pretty good looking blonde hair white girls in San Antonio? Maybe he doesn't do that.
No, not blondes. They're all Hispanics.
Yeah, well, maybe he doesn't do that. Houston, there is maybe a little bit, but we'll see.
Yeah, there'll be blondes in Houston.
Yeah, we'll see.
There'll be blondes at Valspar, blondes in Houston, Mexicans in San Antonio.
Yeah.
And then the Southern gals at Augusta after that. So, one thing before we go to break, Johnny, I need you to repeat a word that you said earlier.
Larrikin.
I know. I already got that. I need it clean though, so I can mark it. I need you to repeat the word undulation and just say it slowly.
Undulation.
Got it. Okay, perfect. Mark. Need to use that. That might be one of my favorite words in the English language.
Did I say it right?
Yeah. No, you said it right. Undulation. It's just it's a great word.
But why are we have to mark that?
Because I want to put it with Scotty Scheffler. Undulation. I want to put all these words together to make a sentence eventually. Okay. When I have the sentence ready.
We're pretty good there.
We are from the rough right here on FanStream Sports. We're going to come back and go over some of the odds, some of the favorites, why they're some of the favorites, and maybe some of the ones to shy away from in your betting endeavors this weekend. And then later in the show, of course, Johnny will give you his world famous picks and predictions, his winners, ham sandwich, top 10, top 20. We'll do it on the other side right on FanStream Sports. We are from the rough. We'll be back.
Hello, sports fans. FanStream Sports.
Hi, golfers. IndyCarTim here. I want to talk to you a little bit about Golf Central Magazine. It's not just a golf magazine. It's the magazine for everything. Turf, travel, philanthropy, and lifestyle. Head over to golfcentralmag.com and check out the latest issue. Some of the regular features in Golf Central Magazine: the Golf Bachelorette of the Month, the Golf Bachelor of the Month, the Golf Cart Girl of the Month, Golf History, grip it and sip it. So head over to golfcentralmag.com. It's free. It's the magazine for everything: turf, travel, philanthropy, and lifestyle. Golf Central Magazine at golfcentralmag.com. We'll see you there.
All right, guys, time to talk a little bit about Turf Life. You've seen the hats on our heads. You've been or seen the video of the studio. You've seen that the decals are all over the place. Turf Life. Man, it's the brand that salutes the consumer and industry players everywhere whose lives involve turf. What does that mean? That means if you play or have a business or, maybe you're a sports educator, you're going to be on turf at some point. So you live the turf life. So go ahead and tell everybody you live the turf life by having your Turf Life window decal or, the hat or the keychain or the something. Along that lines, just go to turflifeclub.com and become a turf head. That's what it's called when you live the turf life. You're now a turf head. And you can go join the club today, snag that window decal, or snag any other special Turf Life accessories, and go over there to that website, which is turflifeclub.com, and get your stuff. And show everybody that, man, I'm all about that turf life. And then you just kind of raise your coffee mug at them and go, yeah, turf life, baby. That's what it's about. And then that's the end of the commercial. Ding. That means it's done in microwave talk.
Hey, listeners, make sure you check out the brand new FanStream Sports in-studio text line. You can reach us during any of our live shows or 24/7 at 214-937-0569. That's 214-937-0569. Text us 24/7, day or night, and we'll reply to you and make you part of the show.
Coming back at you. Now, more FanStream Sports.
Welcome back to From the Rough right here on FanStream Sports. I'm IndyCarTim, joined alongside PGA of America member Johnny Gerber as we delve into the 2024 Players Championship this weekend from TPC Sawgrass. He's back after making himself a drink.
I didn't make a drink. I just got
gin and juice.
No, I don't drink in my parents' house.
Oh, you're at the parents' house?
Yeah, our CFO set me up a nice little studio here. It's nice.
Oh, must be nice.
Yeah.
Wish somebody set me up a nice studio. Oh, wait.
Yeah. Oh, wait. Yeah. Just take that back. Did you take that back?
Our studios are fun. We have fun here in the studio.
It's okay. So let me ask you a question, not to get off the. So you've been in TV, radio most of your professional life. You've been into all the fan studios, everything there in Dallas. Is there a studio that we set up better than what we have? Be honest, though. No, it's not close.
I mean, there's some that are bigger, that are more technologically advanced.
Yeah.
But we don't need all that stuff for what we do.
Yeah.
And our $7,000 broadcast table that's in Studio B over there. Yeah. I mean, I put that up against any tables in any radio stations.
Yeah, I mean, we have TVs, we have a bar, we have couches, we have all the shenanigans that you need. Yep. It's pretty cool. I could just go there and hang out. I'd rather go there and hang out than go to a bar in Dallas.
Well, as long as we could get Demara to come service, I mean, that'd be great.
That's expensive.
I have to get her and Cheryl to come in here and be our private bartenders.
Yeah,
maybe Bailey. Bailey might have something to say about that.
I think you can't have all three of them at the same time. I'm pretty sure that's a no. No.
Could I try though?
Well, you try a lot of things, but no, I don't think that's.
I do try a lot of things. Usually, the things I try require undulation.
I think it's frowned upon. Let's just say that.
Is undulation frowned upon with ladies?
Yeah. Well, next show, please. We have a lot of PG viewers here.
Yeah, I'm getting this way in the deep rough, aren't I? I'm getting this in the tall grass. Not even.
You're in the Barranca right now.
I'm out of bounds almost here. I'm right on the out of bounds marker.
Barranca for sure.
I love that word.
Yeah.
What about undulating Barranca?
Well, most Barrancas aren't undulating. It's just shit. It's just shit.
But I'm gonna call that band named. We are undulating Barranca. That'd look good on a t-shirt.
It would look good. It'd be a lot, though. It's just too many words or letters. Too many letters.
Holy crap. What are we doing here? Johnny, let's get into some of the betting odds, the best bets, the picks, those that we don't want to pick. And I've kind of categorized a couple of different groups of players here as favorites, contenders, and sleepers.
Love it.
As I sometimes do during the majors. And we will get into our picks, our personal picks for winners, top 10, top 20, Johnny's ham sandwiches, long shot here after the next break. But we're just going to talk about, for some reason, and I still don't get it, man. I get it. He's the number one golfer in the world. I get it. He just won last week, and he looked good doing it. But how is Scotty Scheffler? I'm sorry, didn't say his name right. I got to do it right.
Scotty Scheffler.
How is Scotty Scheffler such an overall, and I know he's the defending champion, but how is he such an overall favorite? Like so favored above literally everyone else in the field.
Exactly for the reasons that you just said. I mean, defending champion. He won last week. For everything you said, but again, if you look at him on the betting perspective, like you can't make any money on him. And this tournament is unprecedented that there's never been a back-to-back winner ever in the history of their 50 years. So, you want to throw these odds and make very little money and have that risk. It's nothing that I like to do. Now, if you want to maybe place him in a top 10 or top 20, you're still going to get very little money back for what you've exposed for it. So,
right.
Does he win? I don't know. Is he playing as good as anybody on the PGA Tour? Yeah, certainly he is. But
see, I disagree with that.
I mean, he won last week, dude.
He won last week. Yes. But before that, he hadn't won in 50 weeks.
Because he hadn't, winning's hard. Winning's hard. Cocktails are good, and winning is hard. Listen,
I like other guys.
It's just there it is. This week, for my money, I like other guys this week.
Yeah, and that's kind of the key to this for those of you that are new to betting or gambling is if all you do is bet favorites all the time, you're never going to make any money.
No, never.
People are going to laugh at you. Oh wait, you bet on Scotty Scheffler to win a tournament.
Way to go out on a limb. Way to go out on a limb. Yeah, good for you. You bet 100 to win 105. Like, dude, stop.
So if you want to bet $100 to win like $40, then do that every week. You can bet the favorites. That's cool. But that's not what Johnny does.
Yeah, go to Kroger's and buy yourself a ham sandwich or a Publix, a pub sub, because that's all the money you're going to make if you continue to bet that way.
We don't have Publix here.
I love Publix.
It's a Florida thing, I think. They have that. They don't have those in Ohio, do they?
No, I wish they did. They have their subs there. That's like the greatest subs in the world. Like
Kroger has good subs too. Me and Colby's eating a Kroger sub right now. We were just talking about that.
Pub subs are the best.
He had Kroger sushi and Kroger Subway for
Kroger sushi is surprisingly really good. You'd be shocked. You'd be shocked how it is. They actually set up so we're so far out of bounds at this.
We're not out of bounds yet.
Yeah, I mean, you're re-teeing. It might not be out of bounds, but you're re-teeing it, and you think you're playing a provisional at this point.
Might have to take a mulligan
because you think it's out of bounds. But the Kroger stores, and you know what? The Market Streets down there in Dallas, they sub out independent sushi places.
Yeah,
so they have their own little deal there, and they're like, oh, they're good, and I mean, you know me, I'm a sushi snob. I could eat it every single day. I love it. It's it's fast, it's easy. And if you're there enough, which I was, and you get to know Hiroshima or whatever the guy's name that is doing that, Matsuyama, whatever the guy's name is, because they're like, it's real deal. It's real deal. You can ask him to make them what you want.
Yeah,
they'll make. Yeah, absolutely. You take care of them a little bit, just and if you want a little asparagus and a little tuna and whatever, it doesn't always have to be in the plastic tins. So Hiroshima they're pretty good.
So on Johnny's recommendation, walk into any Kroger, go to the sushi counter and find Hideki Hiroshima, and he will just make you whatever you want.
No, that's not true. No, that's not true. You got to show some you got to spend some money there first. You got to show some loyalty. You got to be there. They got to see your face a little bit. You got to spend a little bit of money. You got to spend a little money, just like anywhere.
Or $5.99 California roll.
Yeah, I don't do that. I don't like avocado. I don't like avocado.
I love the avocado.
No, but you can get the California roll minus avocado, throw a little asparagus in there. It might make your pee stink a little bit.
Yeah, that's gross.
But that's just what asparagus does. But
I like the avocado.
Listen, yeah, if you spend enough money and you're nice enough, you tip them every once in a while, they'll make what you want.
And I'm going to walk up to the Kroger in Little Elm by my house, and I'm going to walk up to the sushi counter and go, Hideki Hiroshima, my buddy Johnny said that you'd make me something. Make me whatever you make him.
If you go to the one in Frisco, certainly they'll probably say yes. But
you got to go there.
You got to go at least 5 or 6 times and just, spend $20-$30 each time. And next time you go in, he might make a Timm Hamm roll or something. I don't know.
That'd be awkwardly named the ham roll. Everybody's going to get ham on it.
You ever had sushi with chicken in it?
If they had a Timm Hamm roll, do you know how small and tiny that thing would be?
Next show, please. Just next show.
I mean, we're just
next show.
So Scotty Scheffler is your overwhelming favorite for some reason that I don't understand. Then we've got Justin Thomas is up there too, and we're not going over actual odds right now yet. We're just talking about some players that are there. Some other players that are probably on and for some reason Rory's going to be on your favorites list.
Sure.
Let's see. Well, now here's our odds right here. Scotty Scheffler 11-2, Rory at 12-1. The way he's playing right now, I don't get that. Can't be anybody betting on Rory McIlroy at 12-1. Even if he's playing well, you're not going to make any money.
Nothing.
Justin Thomas 22-1, Xander Schauffele 22-1, Victor Hovland 22-1. Some golfer with the initials PC that I don't like to say his name out loud anymore is 25-1.
Pass. Yeah, we'll pass on that.
And then of all the people that should go to Live Golf, why can't he just go?
They don't want him. They don't want him.
Nobody wants him.
They don't want him.
It's a miserable human being.
They probably offered him 100. He asked for 400. Right? That's just that type of guy he is.
I'm not a fan. And our boy Will Zalatoris at 25-1. Johnny in my contenders list. So these are not favorites, but what I call contenders. I've got Hideki Matsuyama. He might make you a California roll.
Yeah, he might be a little busy this week to make a California roll, but
just takes a minute.
Well, if you're good at it. You
think he's good at making sushi?
I'm pretty sure he doesn't have to make sushi. I think somebody else makes it for him.
Got one of his wives.
He's the most recognized person in Japan, so I think pretty sure that he can. He's got somebody else to make it for him, and I'm certainly believing that what he wants in a sushi roll, he probably will get, even if it's at Kroger's.
You think he goes and catches his own fish for a sushi roll? His own tuna?
That'd be probably no.
Probably not. Yeah. I think he knows how to swim.
What are you trying to say? Asian people can't swim?
Yeah. I mean, for the most part.
I mean, that's you
don't
Honda,
get this kind of insight on other golf shows, by the way, you guys.
Well, Honda, thank you for sponsoring us for the last 2 weeks, but apparently we won't have them anymore as a sponsor.
Honda. All right.
Honda.
Let's see. Also, Johnny, at 33-1. Here's 4 guys I really like a lot that are our contenders, but not favorites. Max Homa, Ludwig Aberg, Wyndham Clark, and Sam Burns.
Sam Burns is probably going to win the golf tournament.
Wow.
I'm just telling you.
Yeah, you had some insight, didn't you, from his caddy about that?
Yeah, Sam Burns is he played great. He played good last week. Got some good momentum. Loves this type of golf course. Watching him on the range, watching some things that I've got some intel on. We have him on our card, and we'll talk about this a little bit later on. But boy, he's played well here, man. And isn't it time for this guy to win a big time tournament? I mean, really, his biggest event he's won is the World Match Play. It's contended in plenty of majors, as well as he is swinging it. I think he's rested. I think it's this guy's time. And, you look at a lot of these guys like this player championship, and you're not too different than a lot of tour guys that think this is the 5th major, but don't you see a lot of these guys that go on to win majors further on, win this tournament first?
Yeah.
And then go on to win some majors, right? So it feels like a major championship feel. But listen, I love this guy here. I mean, just the form he's coming on, and we'll talk about it a little later.
Colin Morikawa at 35-1.
Okay.
He probably can't make sushi. He's from California.
Pass? Go ahead.
Jordan Spieth also at 35-1.
Wild card there. Got to be careful with Jordan. I don't have him on my card just because his past form. But this guy, as great as his short game is, and as creative as he is, he always has an opportunity to win here. He scares me. He scares me a little bit in terms of we just don't have him on our card, but he certainly may have an opportunity to win the golf tournament.
Shane Lowry at 40-1, and Shane Lowry is an interesting guy. I think we'll see him on your card and talk about him a little bit more after the break. But he was in the final pairing of the final round for the second straight week there at the Arnold Palmer, but of course came up short again. It was the second straight top 5 finish in Florida, and now he's headed back to TPC Sawgrass, where he's played well a lot. He made the cut here in three straight appearances, including top 15 efforts in 21 and 22 at 40-1. A guy that I'm trying to figure out what's wrong, if anything, because he sucks right now, Tommy Fleetwood at 45-1. And then also at 45-1, Jason Day. Those are your contenders. My sleepers here, 50-1, Sahith Theegala and Cameron Young. Minwoo Lee at 55-1.
How many times are we just going to get stabbed in the back by Cam Young, right? I mean,
I've
we
told you to stop putting him on your card.
Well, I certainly listen after the 50th time. So the week we don't have him on our card, he's probably going to win.
Yeah, he's going to win, right? Or top 10 or something.
Yeah.
Minwoo Lee 55-1, Sung J.M. and Siwoo Kim. People know what I do for a living.
Is that him calling us right now, Cam Young, because we're dog cussing him?
No, it's Max Homa.
No, okay. Yeah, it probably is Max Homa.
Wants to know, hey man, why are you putting me so low? Why am I not a favorite? Why am I in contenders?
How come Johnny never picks me? What's wrong with him?
He doesn't pick you, Max, because I pick you, and he tries not to pick the same players I pick, and that's probably a good thing.
Right. That's about right.
Why don't you go win something, and we'll start putting you on our cards.
Ooh, dun, dun.
Corey Connors 60-1, Russell Henley 60-1, Finau 60-1. At 65-1, Brian Harman and Harris English. 70-1, Matt Fitzpatrick. 75-1, Tom Kim. 80-1, you've got Tom Hoge and Adam Scott, and then 90-1.
That's an interesting 80-1 Tom Hoge.
Hoge, yeah. See, I almost put him in my top 20.
Be careful, man. One of the best ball strikers on the PGA Tour. And 80-1, there's extreme value. We didn't have him on it. We won't have him on our card. Like I said, we'll talk about this in the next segment.
Yep.
I haven't seen a lot from him, but certainly doesn't make a lot of mistakes. He will certainly be up there, but there's the unknown value of he hasn't had a lot of success this year.
Right.
Steered me away from him. But Tom Hoge is a guy that, listen, if you guys want to take a flyer, even though he's not on our card, maybe put something on him. But for my money, 80-1 is a lot. I don't think he can win the golf tournament. I don't think he's been pressured that, but maybe get him in a top 20 bet or a top 10 bet and see where he goes, because he still can make you some money in those spots.
Yep. And at 90-1, we've got JT Poston and Cashmere Keith Mitchell.
Yeah, he ain't wearing cashmeres this week, so he's out. He feels uncomfortable.
So?
Yeah.
You think so?
Yeah, he's out.
And then in my rest of the field category, we've got some interesting names. I'm not going to go over all of them, but I thought interesting here was Keegan Bradley at 100-1.
Not bad.
Jake Knapp at 120-1.
Nah.
Eric Van Rooyen at 120-1. Your boy Billy Horschel. I'm just kidding. Nobody cares about Billy Horschel. Adam Hadwin, Ricky Fowler, and Alex Noren all at 120-1.
Big Noren fan this week.
Yeah.
Like I said, he hasn't won in a long time, but if it gets windy out there at TPC, this guy's one of the best wind players in the world. He hits it on the club face more than anybody on the PGA Tour, dude. He's a grinder, and this is what you're going to need. It fits him. It really did. This golf course fits him, and he's had some success there. The only reason like I said, he's on our card this week, and the only reason I don't have him to win is he hasn't won in a long time. When you get in that type of big stage, it's not like going to play the Byron Nelson. No disrespect to the Byron Nelson.
Sure.
It's just a different element, and it's a different model. So I like Alex Noren this week a lot.
Very good. So there's your odds and some of the long shots and your contenders, your favorites, your also rans for this week's 2024 Players Championship at TPC Sawgrass. We're going to take our last quick break of the show. On the other side, we've got Johnny's picks, my picks, and probably some more, pulling ourselves into a ditch and trying desperately to get out. We are From the Rough on FanStream Sports. We'll be back after this.
Hello, sports fans. FanStream Sports.
Hi, golfers. IndyCarTim here. I want to talk to you a little bit about Golf Central Magazine. It's not just a golf magazine. It's the magazine for everything: turf, travel, philanthropy, and lifestyle. Head over to golfcentralmag.com and check out the latest issue. Some of the regular features in Golf Central Magazine: the Golf Bachelorette of the Month, the Golf Bachelor of the Month, the Golf Cart Girl of the Month, Golf History, grip it, and sip it. So head over to golfcentralmag.com. It's free. It's the magazine for everything turf, travel, philanthropy, and lifestyle. Golf Central Magazine at golfcentralmag.com. We'll see you there.
All right, guys, time to talk a little bit about Turf Life. You've seen the hats on our heads. You've been or seen the video of the studio. You've seen that the decals are all over the place. Turf Life. Man, it's the brand that salutes the consumer and industry players everywhere whose lives involve turf. What does that mean? It means if you play or have a business or, maybe you're a sports educator, you're going to be on turf at some point. So you live the turf life. So go ahead and tell everybody you live the turf life by having your Turf Life window decal or, the hat or the keychain or the something. Along that lines, just go to turflifeclub.com and become a turf head. That's what it's called when you live the turf life. You're now a turf head. And you can go join the club today, snag that window decal, or snag any other special Turf Life accessories, and go over there to that website, which is turflifeclub.com, and get your stuff and show everybody that, man, I'm all about that turf life. And then you just kind of raise your coffee mug at them and go, yeah, turf life, baby. That's what it's about. And then that's the end of the commercial. Ding. That means it's done in microwave talk.
Hi, golfers. IndyCarTim here. I want to talk to you a little bit about
Internet
Central Magazine. It's not just a golf magazine. It's the magazine for everything turf, travel, philanthropy, and lifestyle. Head over to golfcentralmag.com and check out the latest issue. Some of the regular features in Golf Central Magazine: the Golf Bachelorette of the Month, the Golf Bachelor of the Month, the Golf Cart Girl of the Month, Golf History, grip it, and sip it. So head over to golfcentralmag.com. It's free. It's the magazine for everything turf, travel, philanthropy, and lifestyle. Golf Central Magazine at golfcentralmag.com. We'll see you there. Hey, listeners, make sure you check out the brand new Fan Stream Sports in-studio text line. You can reach us during any of our live shows or 24/7 at 214-937-0569. That's 214-937-0569. Text us 24/7 day or night, and we'll reply to you and make you part of the show.
Coming back at you.
Now, more Fan Stream Sports.
Welcome back to From the Rough right here on Fan Stream Sports. I'm IndyCarTim. That is PGA of America member John Gerber, as we are trying to get mud off of our shoes from being out in the deep stuff for so long here.
But I like it this way.
We do around here, though, right?
That's what. Listen, let's get this. Everyone that listens, and we such great support. I mean, did you tell everybody? Did you post that we are the #1 golf podcast in the state of Ohio?
I did not. I think you just did, though.
Yeah, so we are. So if you're in Ohio and you continue to support us, we thank you. We are 68th in the country. So let's get that top 20. And the reason why we are this way is if you want to listen to stats, if you want to listen to what everyone talks about on a regular, the Golf Channel, everything that you already know 10 times over, don't listen to us. Just don't. Please don't.
You're not going to get it here.
If you want to listen to the real stuff, the real insight, the real betting, everything that we do is real. We're not giving you numbers that you can look up on the internet. That's not what we do. If you want to have some fun, you want to get the inside of players, you want to make some money, watch us. If you want the other stuff, sorry guys, you can watch for a little bit. You can watch those other shows, but we're not it for you. If you want to have some laughs, if you want to make fun of Tim's bald head and beard that looks extremely weird, then cool. Let's just go ahead and get down on that. But I appreciate everybody getting us in that spot. #1 golf podcast in the state of Ohio, 68th in the country. But our goal is to get in that top 20 by the end of the year. So we appreciate everybody's support.
So I didn't know about the national ranking. I only knew the #1 in Ohio.
Yeah,
it's pretty
68.
impressive.
Yeah,
Give myself a little pat on the back right there.
You should. I mean, you're the star.
I mean, it's your show.
It's your show. It's your show. I work for you.
All I do is take us in and out of breaks. Like the rest of it's you.
I work for you.
And I pull us into ditches, and you have to pull us out. Like I do that sometimes. That's what parents have to do to their kids, you know.
Yeah, that's right.
You got to get them out of trouble.
That's right.
It is everyone's favorite time of the show, especially if you're in Ohio, where we are the #1 golf podcast in Ohio, number 68, our nationally ranked podcast at 68. It's time for our picks and predictions. And now I think, you know what I need to do, Johnny, now that I think about this, we've only been doing this for like 4 years. And I'm probably doing my own picks for like 3 years, right? I never thought of giving myself my own graphic before.
And now we're going to premiere it.
Well, no, I don't have one. Like, I literally just thought of it while we're at commercial. I'm like,
why not?
Why don't I have a goofy graphic?
Why not?
I mean, I make John's graphic look nice and pretty, and it's respectable and it's business-like because that's what his picks are like, right? But my graphic, I feel like, should be goofy, cartoonish, immature, like a stupid picture of me. Like, I've got a picture of you swinging a golf club, right? Because you're a golfer. Like, I might have to put a picture of me in a bikini top or something from the lake, like on my picks sheet.
Whatever works.
Or something like that. Now, maybe I'll change the picture up, a goofy picture of me, every week. But
just not a bikini. That'd be just that. I mean,
I have some.
We would go down to number 1 podcast in Ohio to number 1.5, maybe, if you do that.
But we might be the number 1 podcast in San Francisco.
Well, if that's your goal, then
it's not. It's not.
Okay,
it's not at all.
I'm
just saying. It's possible. All right, so we're going to debut that next Wednesday when we do our Valspar picks. I'll make a goofy graphic for Tim, and we'll go there. So anyway, my picks, Johnny, as I find our goofy music, are, and I do that's the wrong one. I do a top 10, a top 20, and a winner every week, and I just do one of each. Johnny, of course, does 3 top 10s, a ham sandwich, 2 top 10 or 3 winners, 1 ham sandwich, 2 top 10s, 2 top 20s. I just do one of each and I don't do a long shot. So Johnny, I'm going to go backwards like I've become accustomed to do. In my top 20, I flip-flopped about 3 times on this because I had one guy that I took off because I saw him on your board.
Thank you.
Then I picked another guy that we just talked about, actually, that now I kind of wish I would have picked him. I'm not going to say who it is unless he wins. Then I'll tell you who it was. But I went with Jake Knapp at plus 450 in my top 20. It's kind of hot right now.
Yeah, maybe the worst pick ever.
Well, you say that every week.
Well, I mean, the guy just made a 27 on the 6th hole at Bay Hill.
It was one hole and it was really hard.
Yeah, it's hard for everybody, but how much of he's played a lot of golf, dude. He doesn't have experience. Doesn't have experience on this golf course at all, and experience is key here. It's very tricky.
He doesn't know he's supposed to be scared of it.
Yeah, man, but his number 1 weapon is going to be taken out of his hands with the driver, and that's his.
He'll figure it out.
Well, he certainly will figure it out when he's driving back to wherever he lives because he MC hammered it. He will certainly figure it out.
Oh, you think he's going to miss the cut? I mean, that wouldn't be unheard of on my picks, but
he'll be sitting at the Miller's Ale House in Jacksonville, Florida, watching it. Because he's probably not playing Valspar. I don't know. He's got to be certainly tired, but
he's got to rest, right, at some point.
Certainly, the Jacksonville Hooters will get some autographs there because he'll be sitting there on Saturday. Listen, everybody, I'm telling you, if you want another bet Jake Knapp missing the cut.
Wow.
Okay.
I just wrote it down. So I still win even if he's not in top 20 if he makes the cut. Like, I'm going to call that a win for me.
And I like the guy. Listen, I'm not saying anything about the guy. I think he's a great story. He's a million of these guys' stories on the PGA Tour. That's why I had so much of a discrepancy when Rory comes out and says, hey, we need to make smaller events and make it.
Yeah, screw that.
No, bro. No, stop.
Rory doesn't know what he's talking about there.
No.
Rory's looking out for Rory right there, not golf.
So, no, the Jake Knapp, listen, I want him to make the cut? Yeah, because I think he's a great story. It's just a lot. There's just a lot of negatives in his pocket. Not knowing the golf course very well. First Players Championship, right? First Players Championship. Not a lot of guys have success there.
How did you like my my in-depth Jake Knapp analysis when I called him for top 20 when I said he'll figure it out? That was pretty good, right?
I don't know what you mean, though.
That was my serious in-depth analysis. Like, that's why he's going to finish top 20 is because he'll figure it out. Like, that's, my top 10 this week, John. Feels weird calling you John.
Well, why do you?
Even though that's your name. At plus 280 for my top 10, fellow Dallasite Will Zalatoris.
I like it. And if I like it and you like it, that means he's in trouble.
He's going to miss the cut.
Sorry, Will. Sorry. No. And all joking aside, I got him on our board this week.
You do.
So great pick.
Oh, for the same spot. I see now. I didn't even think about that. And then finally, my winner, Johnny. I really like this guy. I like this guy more and more every time I watch him play golf. And I thought for a winner at 35-1, that's a pretty good value. You've
Really
had
good.
guys that were long shots that weren't much worse off than 35-1. I think you picked a 40-1 guy for a long shot once.
We always go 50-1. The ham sandwich is always 50 or 1
All
or
right,
above.
pretty close.
Yeah.
But I've got Wyndham Clark to win at 35-1.
Okay, I don't mind it. I mean, look, the way he's been playing. Well, you know, one of the better ball strikers on the PGA Tour. Obviously, battle tested. You know, I think winning the U.S. Open last year and putting him in this type of pressure situations, I think there's great value there at 35-1. I do.
Awesome. Well, here we go. As we introduce our new soundbite. Oh, we got to turn that off.
Here's Johnny.
I like that a lot. For Johnny's picks, we'll throw him up on the screen so he can see him because I'm sure he doesn't have him in front of him as he usually doesn't. Who's on your card, Johnny?
Boy, another great week. Listen, we keep saying this every week. We're going to get on a hot streak. Unfortunately, last week we did lose a little bit of money with a dual field event. And we talked about this off air. We actually did have Bryce Garnett winning the Mexican what was last week? Puerto Rico. And we couldn't find a number on him. So, hey, listen, I've had a great success here at the Players Championship. We've won 2 of the last 6 years. And we've made a lot of candy here. So, you know, I really like this guy at 22-1, Xander Schauffele, if I'm picking him, because you know my feelings. If everyone's watching the show, how I feel about Xander, not a big fan. He's awfully boring, but this golf course fits him to a T. He shapes the ball both ways. He's very creative, and his short game is extremely good. He hasn't played well this year, but at 22-1, I think there's really good value. Second pick on the board, Shane Lowry, 40-1. Listen, there's no substitute for being in the mix the last 2 weeks in the last round. You figure out a lot about yourself. You figure a lot about your game. This is a great spot for Shane Lowry at 40-1. It really is. I think he's playing great. He's comfortable on this golf course. He's extremely creative. I like to see the weather blow a little bit. I like to see the wind blow a little bit. That will help him. But he's certainly making enough birdies to compete whether it doesn't. So at 40-1, love it. Another 40-1 shot at Sam Burns. Man, we talked about him a little earlier in the show. The guy's playing fantastic. Got some insight how well he's playing. Watched him swing on the range. Saw some video. Love how he's playing. Pretty good success the last couple of weeks. Kind of get into some form. And I know he likes this golf course and he's had some success. So I like him at 41. Ham sandwich pick this week, Brian Harman, 70-1. If this golf course is playing firm and fast, what it looks like it's going to be, this guy is a tactician. He doesn't make a lot of mistakes. He's a major champion. That is going to bode well for him, just like what you said with Wyndham Clark. He's got some confidence. And I really like this guy's grit and determination. 70-1 with Brian Harman is great value. 2 top 10 picks this week, as always, despite what Tim says. Will Zalatoris plus 330. I like him. I mean, listen, the guy's in contention ever since he's come back. I like him in this top 10 spot. I don't know if he's ready to win yet because that's a different element, but I really like him at that plus 330 to finish in that top 10 with his last success in the last couple weeks. Russell Henley at plus 400 to finish in that top 10. He's the same category, man. The guy's playing well. Loves this type of golf course. Doesn't make a lot of mistakes. This type of grass for Russell Henley, he really thrives on. If you look at his wins, all his wins have been on Bermuda, even though it's an overseed. But there's still a lot of grain in these greens at TPC Sawgrass. So I like him at plus 400. 2 top 20 picks this week. Emiliano Grillo. Not Grillo, Tim. It's not Grillo. It's not Brillo. It's not Grillo. It's Grillo.
I see L's.
Well, he's from Argentina. So plus 330.
Just be from America.
Plus 330. I love him in this spot. Playing solid. Plays well in this type of grass. Our last top 20, last pick this week, Alex Noren, plus 375. If the wind blows, this guy's going to have an opportunity to win. He's a grinder. Hits it on the club face as much as anybody on the PGA Tour. Loves this type of golf, has some success here. So I really like him at plus 375. And we're going to have a bunch of matchups this week because I really feel that I know the golf course very well, and we'll see the conditions. It doesn't look like it's going to be windy, doesn't like the rain, so it's going to play firm and fast. So these picks are predicated on that.
We need a T-shirt that says that. A From the Rough logo T-shirt that also says firm and fast.
Cocktails are good.
Cocktails are good and firm and fast. I like that.
That's right.
We got to come up with our clothing line.
I know we are. It's there.
It's got to be From the Rough in conjunction with Turf Life, right? Which is dual branded. Put them on our website. We've already, by the way, for those of you that don't know, go to fanstreamsports.com, go up to the top and click on the merch button. We've got branded merch out there, shirts, hats, hoodies, 3/4 zips, all sorts of stuff over there on the website. You guys go check that out. We don't have From the Rough branded stuff yet, but it's coming. I promise. And I may put that firm and fast. But you have to say it just like that when you read it. Firm and fast, like Jerry Jones. Firm and fast. So there you go. There are Johnny's picks. They're going to make you some money. He mentioned matchups. We will have those for you Saturday morning before tee times kick in, and we'll put them out on social media. Find Johnny. He is at J Gerber PGA Pro on the X. I am at IndyCarTim on X and also on Threads. Did you join Threads, Johnny? That was okay.
I did.
You did. Okay, that's right. I'll say so. I'm tagging you on all of our Thread stuff too, so you can find him on X and on Threads. Find us on Facebook. I am IndyCarTim. He's John Gerber. Real easy to find. I'm also on LinkedIn. We also broadcast our show, by the way, live on LinkedIn. If you want to go watch us over there, as well as at fanstreamsports.com. You can listen on the FanStream Sports app, every live episode. And then also, of course, on our YouTube channel, our FanStream Sports YouTube TV. That's got a live stream, a loop of all of our live shows, our most recent live shows. You can check that out, or you can go find whatever recorded podcast you want to watch and check that out live on YouTube as well. We will be back on Monday to talk about the 2024 Players Championship and Max Homa's big-time win. You know, maybe. I guarantee you, if Max Homa wins the PGA champion, the Players Championship, or the PGA Championship for that matter, we'll have him on the show.
Oh, for sure.
He would come on.
Yeah, I know
he could go win. He could go win the Nelson, and we probably have him on.
That's fine.
He might still be drinking at that point, but we're going to have him on.
That's your buddy, so I'll let you quarterback that one.
Yeah, you will. All right, I am Tim. That's Johnny. We appreciate everybody that tuned in to From the Rough right here on FanStream Sports. We'll be back on Monday with another one. Until then, boys and girls, we'll see ya.